Good evening, and welcome to another stream with another very tired person. But don't worry, I'll try to chat more this time around. Anyway, welcome. Thought I'd just give the bot a quick run in the chat. You know, just let everyone know everything. See all my hard work. Ha ha. Anyway, West USA server. If you want to join the flight, it's another 2.5 hour one. Going from Grand Cayman or Georgetown here in Grand Cayman in the Cayman Islands up to Kingston in Jamaica. Going via Montego Bay. Somebody's behind me there, but I can't see their name tag for some reason. Nut fella. Okay, Shane. Sorry. Why can't I see name tags? I didn't change anything. I'm probably already in the wrong area. Traffic. And show traffic nameplates on. Okay, it's on. Cool. Fair enough. Oh, there we go. Now it's showing up. Ah, it's Big Jack. Okay, so I need to follow Big Jack. Even though I'm running the stream, I need to follow Big Jack, so I don't lose my way. Anyway, enough talking shite. Let's start this plane. Anyway, how's everyone's day, week? Any plans for the weekend? Yeah. Tell me. Tell me what you're getting up to. Tell me what you've been up to. Because honestly, I don't have much to say except work, 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 and work. Yes, Big Jack is the Alpha Jet, and I won't continue that sentence. Gotta remind myself that this is YouTube and not Twitch, and I've got to remain just, you know, a little bit acceptable. I just noticed that my webcam is not showing up, which is interesting. Give me a sec. Why isn't that showing up? Yes, that's correct. I haven't changed any of my settings, so this is very interesting. This is... Why won't my webcam show me? Now, David, you'll have to tell me about the new update, because I obviously downloaded it because it's a requirement, but I haven't been to see any of it yet. And I got a little bit of Scandinavian blood in me in case the hair and extremely white skin wasn't a giveaway to that, so it would be something I would definitely like to check out. I'm still not sure why my webcam is not showing up, because nothing has been changed at all. That's really annoying. Whoop. God, let's bring it up some. Okay. I'll mess with that once we're up flying, because the longer I sit here and try and figure stuff out, the the longer I'm going to be sitting here. Which, that sentence made a lot of sense. Anyway, let's, I'm not even going to bother with a pushback. This bloke can just hope he has good health insurance, and let's go. I haven't done any of my... Oh, gonna take him out as well. Or her. Is that a her? I don't know. Who cares? Hello, GC Bounds. How you going, mate? We're on the West USA server, and the flight plan is in the Discord. If you'd like to join, I should probably be figuring out what runway I'm meant to be using here. So, where is the wind coming from? So I need to be going to... Yeah, right, cool. I'm glad you can't see half the shit I'm doing at the moment because my webcam's not working. I look like a crazy man trying to figure out where I am in relation to other things. And, you know what? It's probably not wrong. I am a crazy man, so... Oh, I don't even know if that goes up to the runway. So you know what? I'm just going to get on the runway and just taxi on the runway and hope for the best. I don't think anyone else is hanging around, and I'm not even going to bother being realistic in that regards to that. Which is always comforting to hear the pilots say, "Oh, I'm not going to follow rules and regulations." Right, I need to be taking off in this direction. You know what? That's probably enough runway, actually, for this little DA-40 to take off on. So let's now safely sit in the middle of the runway halfway down and play with the autopilot. And then let's get this thing up in the air and fiddle around with getting my webcam to work. Yeah, I'll put some flaps in just to do the right thing. Let me just make sure. Oh, right, David's just literally sitting in my rear. Let's just say rear, not the actual word I was going to use. Let's just gun it. And we have some airspeed alive. 60 knots. Can rotate basically any time. Wow, that's a very jumpy rotation there. Everybody, if I've got any passengers on board, they've just all shit themselves. Alright. Leaving the Cayman Islands, and I mean, honestly, they're flight sim generated scenery for this part of the world. It's average. And that's to be expected because it's, you know, let's be honest, an island that's this size of a population of... I can't remember what the population is, but it's pretty small. Is probably not high on flight sims list. I'm pretty sure you'll find not many flight simmers are from the Cayman Islands. Just a feeling I've got. Alright, we've definitely got enough altitude to hook this autopilot in whilst I figure out how to make the web camera work. Web camera? How old am I? Freaking hell. Just knock a bit of power out so that we don't cook the motor. Whoa. Oh, actually, that's... Yeah, I'd love to see Asobo do some more things in the Caribbean and all that in the future, but I also understand if they don't, you know. It's a very like, this is the biggest island, the Cayman Islands, and it's not exactly big. Alright, now let the plane do its thing for a sec, and I've just got to figure out why. Why is... Ah! Haha! I have no idea why that had changed, but it had. Anyway, hello! You can see me now. I don't know if you want to see me, but you can. Actually, maybe I'll take back what I said about, from up here, this actually looks relatively decent. Credit where credit's due. I mean, I know they're only working with satellite imagery, so they can only do so much. And yeah, I mean, you can see there's a few big buildings down there. No doubt they are related to the, seeing as the Cayman Islands is very much an offshore tax haven for wealthy people, I can guarantee you that those big buildings are probably in some way, shape or form related to that. There also appears to be a soccer ground down there. I didn't know that the Cayman Islands was sort of... I guess it makes sense that they play soccer, or for our European friends and basically everyone else that doesn't live in Australia, football. But this flight signifies the start of the more exciting part of the Caribbean now, because as we get on from Jamaica, we're going to be able to do a lot more island hopping style streams with you know, the fact that Jamaica is close to Haiti, which is close to the Turks and Caicos Islands, which is close to the Dominican Republic. And we'll be able to hop around and see a lot more than just big blue expanses. I did take my flaps up, didn't I? That's all. Yes, I did. Cool. Sweet. Don't know why I'm putting the parking brake on mid-air. It's not going to have any effect. Big Jack, he's overflying the airport again. He's probably wondering why I am overflying the airport again. I'm just following the flight plan that Flight Simulator gave me. Hey, how you going aboard Ox? VTL aboard Ox now. Oh, okay, sweet. Hey man, soz I haven't been active recently, so many exams I've had. That is not a problem at all, mate. Education is important. So, prioritise that over watching streams, please. But welcome nonetheless. I've just sort of been saying to the viewers today, I don't have that much to talk about since the last stream. I've basically worked and studied, which is really not that exciting. It sounds like you've done kind of the same thing. But yeah, if you've got anything that you've done recently that's cool, anything you're getting up to this weekend that's of interest. Actually, one thing I will... that not work related that has at least taken my interest this week was the Friendly Geordies arrested video and the fallout from that, which was pretty insane to see stuff like that happening in Australia. Never thought I'd really see that as well. I know it's been a thing before with whistleblowers and stuff like that, but I never thought I'd see stuff like that just happen to a YouTube journalist / comedian. But anyway, this is where we are as a country, and yeah, I'm a little bit speechless on that matter. I don't want to delve too much into it because it is extremely political, and that's not what these streams are about. These streams are about enjoying. Interesting fact, I have 63 kilometers left of fuel in my car at the moment. Now, Shane, I will provide you with some amazing insight right now. This will change your life. There's these things, and they're called servos. And you go there, and you stick the thing in the hole, and you pull the trigger. That sounds really bad. And you pull the trigger, and fuel goes in, and then it stops when it's full. And all of a sudden, your 63 kilometers becomes 663 kilometers. You should try it someday, man. Time to go fuel up. Be right back. Sure. What are we fueling up with? And actually, I'll ask you when you get back. Been flying recently, Shane? Welcome back. What are we fueling up with this evening? I hope you're not actually consuming petrol, because that opens a whole new can of worms. I'm sure you've probably told me this before, Ox, but what are your exams for? What are you studying? What is the future Ox going to be? We are fueling up with fuel. Good. Working and working. Actually, I have just been working. Good. So basically what you're telling me, Shane, is that 28-year-old me who's working and just working is just basically going to be doing the same thing now in another 20 years' time. That's what I have to look forward to. Cool. I'll try to remain optimistic on that one, but I'd at least like some sort of work-life balance by then. Physics, math, English. Oh, are we still talking like... Oh, this could be me just assuming things, but are we still talking like secondary education stuff? Like VCE? There you go. I don't know why, but I assumed you were mid-20s, working. There you go. And that's what assuming does. It makes an ass out of you and me, or in this case, it just makes an ass out of me, but, you know. I must say, I really, really like the fact that Big Jack has taken the lead in his usual fashion. It makes me feel like I'm at home. That nostalgia, that feeling of, you know, comfort and safety when you look out the window and you know you're in the right direction. I'm assuming Sunday's stream, Shane, is probably going to be Scandinavian related. Am I right? Am I wrong? Is it a secret? I don't know. Have a good one, Ox. Enjoy yourself, mate. Yeah, sorry, David. Did your settings change during the update? I don't know. On my break today at work, I quickly ran home, got Flight Sim running to get the download going for the update, so that when I came home, the game would be ready to play, and I literally loaded it up, put the flight plan in, and hit fly now. I haven't checked anything. So, hopefully not, but... Not sure. May have to move to tomorrow night as I have to work Monday. All of my days off are messed up over the next couple of weeks. Is that because it's end of financial year? Tax time? This song is lovely, but it's going to put me to sleep. But I mean, if you do need to change it to tomorrow, Shane, well, you do. Like, it is what it is, kind of thing. It wouldn't surprise me at all if you know, being a Saturday night, if somebody with the caliber of your streams manages to, you know, clock up over 200 viewers. Oh, there you go. So same situation as what has resulted in me now streaming Friday and Saturday nights, plus another night that I haven't looked at. And that will change again. Probably quite a few times over the next few months, because I have quite a lot of things lined up which occur at different times on different days, and so never really going to be able to get a regular, clear, concise streaming setup. probably for a good part of the rest of this year, but that's okay. I'll keep everyone updated in the Discord. And to go back to your comment before, Shane, about 63 k's of fuel left in your car, I mean, this is not something you have to divulge with the internet. But what do you drive? I'm a bit of a car man, so... What was I updating? I was just saying that I won't be able to get a clear, regular, routine stream set up because my work hours over the next 6 months, because of various things that I'm going to be doing, are going to mean that it's all over the shop, but I will keep you updated through the Discord. Is that maybe what? I don't know. I'm kind of hoping that on this flight that we get to see some of the awesome, like, sandbar style features in the water below, like I managed to... Oh, where was I flying to? I think when I was flying to Havana in Cuba. Basically, like the in the thumbnail for the stream, that sort of thing, which I put absolutely no effort into that thumbnail tonight because I literally just wanted to knock it together and get the stream started because I was already home probably an hour after I originally planned to be. Ah, Jeep Cherokee. Fair enough. Did you need to buy a bigger boat, or? Honestly, Shane, it wouldn't have surprised me if you'd said something like, oh, I'd like drive a Range Rover or a Merc. I don't know. I just get that vibe of success. And I mean that in a good way. A bigger plane. Mate, if you want to use your Jeep Cherokee to tow a sling, that's like a sling would almost be able to be towed with the right trailer. Yes? No? Yeah, exactly. Just, why is that guy towing a plane behind his Jeep? Actually, would a Jeep even be capable of towing a sling? Or would you need to get like a F-150 or like a Dodge Ram or something crazy like that? One of those American crazy trucks with the V8 diesel or whatever. You would stream yourself towing the sling. Okay, well that can be your, seeing as it's going to be a while off still, that can be your 250,000 subscribers, what's the word I'm looking for? Celebratory? That's the word I'm looking for, stream. I can pull a sling myself. They are only 380 kilos. Oh! Right. Fair enough. That's extremely light. What's it made of? Cardboard? Plastic? I don't know, I guess I have this, like, you know, thought process, and I'm sure a lot of people have this thought process that aircraft weigh a lot, and they obviously do. If, you know, you're talking airliners and all that stuff, but when you when you think about it, GA aircraft, and in the case of the Sling and the Jabiru and the Pipistrel, they're very small, and I guess it makes sense that they're quite light, you know, like they're the size of a small car basically. Aircraft are made to be as light as possible. Well, I guess that's kind of common sense. You wouldn't want to make something that's designed to defy gravity heavier than it needs to be. I feel like that's just that goes completely against the purpose of making an aircraft. So when you put it like that, yeah, true. Just scanning to see if there's anything to focus on other than water and clouds, and not yet, but I mean, can't change that, I guess. Speaking of, you know, seeing as I'm got a real life pilot in the chat, a flight like this that's, you know, 286 nautical miles, I think it is. Seeing as it's, you know, a good chunk of it is spent over water, and, you know, the DA-40 is like the same size as a 172, I believe. Would you be required to carry a life jacket? I mean, I know you'd be required to carry a life jacket, but like with Missionary Bush Pilot, how he actually has to wear his life jacket in certain flights. I don't know, maybe this is a question that's beyond the scope of the flights that you do and aircraft you fly. life jacket and raft. Really? Even over such a short distance? I mean, look, I guess it makes sense because it's not actually a short distance. Like, it's only a short distance because you're flying in an aircraft at, 200 kilometers an hour kind of thing. If that aircraft goes into the water, that's a lot of rowing to get that, life raft or yourself, or a lot of swimming as well, and get yourself to safety. So yeah, okay. I guess that makes sense. I guess that does make sense. I'm assuming in the same way with the life jacket, it's probably just a blow-up raft that doesn't take up much space or add any real additional weight kind of thing. Have you, here's another question to keep you occupied, even though you said you'd be lurking in the chat. Have you considered, once you've got all your certificates and everything that you would like to complete and have the ability to fly on your own or with somebody else from airport to airport, have you considered doing, like flying up the Queensland coast, or, flying back to your hometown in Victoria where you grew up, or, Is this something you are thinking about doing? It would be extremely expensive, I understand. If you're watching, if you're in the chat, if you haven't introduced yourself, please say hi. We're all about, or I'm all about meeting new people, welcoming them to the stream. If you would like to join in the flight, the flight plan's available in the Discord, although I don't think there's any real nearby airports at this point, till we get a little bit closer to the Jamaican mainland. Okay, that sounds good. Sounds good, Shane. Might have to increase my life insurance and get in the plane with you. I know that's something you've already said. If I ever come up to Queensland, that may potentially be able to be organised. Bloody expensive to learn how to fly though, Shane, let me tell you. Like, I know you know, but I don't know why I'm saying let me tell you, like you've never done it before, but and I know I've probably spent many times in streams talking about it previously, I just keep going back to it and going, oh yeah, I'll do a flight, and then I sort of go, whew. What are you flying, David? It's obviously got afterburners. Yeah. Absolutely. Saving mode. It's a good mode. And I guess it's something that probably not enough people are taught how to do these days, unfortunately. Ah, right, that would make a lot of sense. Is it, have you at least got the registration as Victor Hotel Echo Yankee Zulu, or? Oh, I need to stop yawning. I don't want to have a bloody coffee though, because then I'll be laying in bed at 4 o'clock in the morning going, sleep? What's sleep? Yeah, I think after his video where he mentioned he was feeling a little bit disillusioned in relation to flying, I think the positivity and the encouragement from within the comments section and messages that people sent to him sort of re-inspired him to, you know, get back into it. He'd had a bit of a break, he'd had a holiday, or he'd had a couple of holidays at various locations. And that's good. I mean, even if it's something like that not many people can do in their life, and sometimes you do need an escape and a break from it. So I hope it's done exactly what it needs to for him. Although, and I mean, I might just be misinformed on this, but I sort of have come to understand that, especially within Europe and North America, you know, USA, Canada, etc., that there is a lot more ability there to fly from airport to airport, and those airports either have food premises at them or nearby, and you can sort of fly to eat. Whereas I sort of get the feeling that here in Australia, unless you go to like winery regions and airports in winery regions, you know, Barossa, Yarra Valley, Margaret River, etc., that it's not such a doable thing. I mean, I know like Tooradin Airport in Victoria has a seafood restaurant, but I don't know. I that would be something that would motivate me. I know that sounds weird, but the ability to sort of go, hey, I'm going to fly to this place today because it's got my favourite place that does this type of cuisine or whatever. Link it back to food. Yeah, I agree there. It made me want to go Hobart soon, the holiday he went on. Hobart is cool. I haven't been there since I was a young tacker. I've heard nothing but good things. I mean, it does get extremely cold in winter for obvious reasons because it's so far south. But look, it couldn't be any worse than, say, Wellington in New Zealand in terms of in winter or whatever. So, yeah, look, there's a few places in Australia that I haven't been for a while that I really am itching to get out and see again as an adult who can appreciate them. I mean, obviously, I've done Sydney up 10 times, including within the last couple of years. I recently did Adelaide in 2019? 2020. Yeah, January 2020. Just before the pandemic. That was bloody fantastic. Like, I didn't have that high of an expectation. And it's really, really cool. Certain parts of it are certainly trapped in time. The fact that they don't open sort of after 4 p.m. or 5 p.m. depending on the place, and that includes Woolies and Coles and Aldi's and all that on a Sunday. But that's a good thing. It means that people are not trapped in work and not, you know, they've actually still got a life. But I would love to, you know, it's been a while since I've been to Queensland. The last time I was there, I was in Hervey Bay and Bundaberg and Fraser Island. That was a while back now. But, you know, places like Tasmania, haven't been there in ages. Perth, I haven't for 15 years since I've been to WA probably. And I mean, I know Mark McGowan doesn't make it any easier with the current border restrictions, but that's another story for another day. And yeah, Tasmania is a place that, even though it's just like, you know, 45 minutes down south, I haven't been there in bloody ages either. It's amazing what a pandemic does. It makes you sort of go, what's in my own backyard? What can I see that I've been wanting to see, but I've been putting it on the back burner because, you know, obviously, value for money wise, Southeast Asia is phenomenal. And there's amazing things to see and amazing people to meet and all that sort of, you know. But when you can't visit those places, obviously your own backyard makes sense, and it's clearly I need to explore it more. Maybe we should do a Australian flight sim YouTube streamers weekend in Hobart. Or if not YouTube streamers, just Australian flight sim streamers Hobart weekend. I think we all need to go on a holiday soon, Dave, Ed, Big Jack, whatever you want to be called. I don't know. I mean, I technically went on holidays a couple of months ago to Shepparton, but, like, it's not that different to... It's another regional town, and I'm from a regional town. Well, I'm not from a regional town, but I live in a regional town. It was lovely for a short getaway, but it's not really any different. It has a swimming pool. We have a swimming pool. It has alcohol shops. We have alcohol shops. It has golf courses. We have golf courses. I mean, it's nice to see different versions of, but whereas, and it was only like 2.5 hours from where I live as well, so it's cool, but it's not really a holiday. It's more just a getaway, I guess, if that makes sense, if there's even a difference between those. But yeah, absolutely, David, I 100% agree with you. I need to go somewhere in October to celebrate the other half's completion of her working holiday visa, so that she can stay on for another 12 months. I'm obviously tempted by Adelaide, having been there and had such a wonderful experience, and she's got family in Adelaide, but I'm also tempted by those places that I haven't been in ages. Sort of like, but I can't go to them all, you know? I've only got so much time and so much money to spend. If I could go to NZ with her, I would. I can't because she has a British passport. And even though she's on a working holiday visa and she's been here for ages and she's, you know, in a de facto relationship with myself, if she leaves the country, she can't get back in at the moment. And New Zealand won't let her in either with a British passport. So New Zealand, unfortunately, is going to have to be a slightly more long-term. But I'd love to go back to NZ, and I don't think she's been to NZ. I've been quite a few times. But, you know, I got to experience, like, Queenstown, like, you know, the jet boats and all that, but I was only like 12 or 13 years old. I'd love to do that again as a 28, 29, 30, whenever it happens, kind of, you know. Have you been to New Zealand before, David? Is there a specific place you would like to go? If you're a big fan of Indian food, there's an amazing, and I mean, I would literally, if I went to the North Island of New Zealand, I would specifically make sure that I went to Taupo, to this Indian restaurant in Taupo. It still sticks in my mind to this day. It was that good. if you've got the time and if you've got the money, David, I highly recommend going into Auckland or somewhere, you know, down low on the South Island like Dunedin or whatever, hiring a camper van and just driving for like a month. New Zealand is obviously not hard to drive around because it's small. Oh, David, do not get me started about Thailand. This pandemic is killing me in that regard. I spent 5 or 6 weeks there in 2018, at the end of 2018, start of 2019, and did, you know, the whole Bangkok, Krabi, Phuket, Chiang Mai, Chiang Rai, Udon Thani, just, you know, sort of went everywhere. And Koh Samui, yeah. Except for the couple of small bouts of food poisoning I had at the start, and that was mainly my own stupidity and, you know, the fact that I had not been in a Southeast Asian country since 2008. Prior to that, my body probably was a little bit shocked. But, yeah, Thailand probably ranks as my second favourite destination ever. Probably only beaten by, like, Venice in Italy. Yeah, doing a month of camping in New Zealand would be amazing, and that, if I was to go back to New Zealand, especially with the other half, that is something I would certainly be looking at doing, is hiring a sleeper van and spending a month or 6 weeks and just drive from south to north or north to south. Make sure that, you know, there's scenic flights through Milford Sound, which is unfortunately one thing I didn't get to do due to weather. Just all that sort of stuff. But you're 100% right. You do appreciate things going on holiday more when you're older. But I highly recommend, if you can afford to do it, even just going into New Zealand for a small amount of time, whether it be Auckland, Christchurch, Dunedin, Queenstown, Wellington, like wherever you go for whatever period of time you spend, your jaw will hit the floor at some of the sights. Think Switzerland and the Swiss and the French Alps and all that in the South Island, and yeah, it's mind-blowing. I think the only problem is that the sling would probably have to stop in Lord Howe Island and Norfolk Island on the way over. And I'm not even... Shane would be able to confirm this, but I'm not even sure it has the nautical mile range to even achieve that. However, if you're saying that Shane should pay for all of us to go to New Zealand. I agree. That is something I can get behind. I don't know if Shane will get behind that, but... We should do a thing that Shane just put a donation goal up in his stream, but doesn't actually say what the donation goal is, and the only people who know are his first class members, and basically it's a donation goal to take him and all the first class members to New Zealand. Oh yeah, I don't think that's going to happen somehow. The fact that the chat is eerily quiet from Shane, I don't know if that's a good thing or if that's concerning. Either he's ignoring us because we're full of shit and it's never going to happen, or he's genuinely considering it. I think it's probably more the first one, but... From up the front there, David, can you, I don't know, it's the Aussie in me, I just keep going to call you Dave, so I don't know if that's a thing or not, but if it's not something you like, my bad. From up there, up the front, can you see any land? Land ahoy, Jamaica? I should probably, you know, like, I don't know, check my nav. Wow, just water for days. Oh, actually, yeah, there's... oh, we're about just about halfway, but yeah, there's still a little bit of a way for some land. But this is let me open up the VFR map a little more. This is the exciting part, is that that's our destination there. There's Haiti, the Dominican Republic, the Caicos Islands. Then you have more here. And then you have even more over here. So things are going to get very scenery dense very soon. And you can see here we're actually going to finally get some elevation, which will be, you know, nice. Still no response from Shane. If there's no response by 12:15 a.m. my time, so in 8 minutes, we'll just assume that he's all for it. Basically, a verbal internet agreement. You can just see land now. Yeah, okay. So your Cirrus is significantly quicker than this DA40. Yes, they did, Shay. I'm especially interested to see like Mauritius, Réunion, etc. You know, especially like in and around Saint-Denis. It'll the elevation on those small Indian Ocean islands is quite spectacular. So after the update, I'd be very, very interested to see, because they were already not bad. I don't blame you, David. I don't think I actually have any alcohol. I think I might have finished it last night. It's alright. Doesn't hurt to have a dry evening.
We fight the unknown on a journey back home. What's waiting, I don't know. I'm trying not to let go, but I will climb until I reach that side. I'll look back knowing I tried, and I gave it up. I gave it up. I gave it up. But I will climb until I reach that side. I'll look back knowing I tried, and I gave it up. I gave it up. I gave it up.
Shane, the fact that you've just popped back into chat and your first comment was about the French territories and now about beer makes me wonder if you were even aware of what David and I were chatting about earlier on, or whether you're just basically giving us the cold shoulder on that.
Seems it never ends. We are learning since we began. What's coming next? Oh, I know that I'll give the best that I can.
You did reply.
But I will climb until I reach that side.
It hasn't shown up in chat. If you responded, it hasn't shown. Well, it hasn't shown up in my chat. That's interesting. I wonder why that is. Yeah, there we go. David can't see it as well. That's weird. Was it just basically a whole bunch of profanities? In which case, I can understand why it hasn't shown up. Yeah, he's taking us all to New Zealand. Thanks, Shane. That's awesome. When are we leaving? Because I let my passport lapse. Because, you know, COVID. So... it has to be sometime after October, because I have to get a partner visa for the other half before she's allowed to leave the country. So sometime in 2022 would be perfect. And I'm not fussy, just business class. That's all I request on the flights. Actually, you know what? I'll leave the other half here. Can be a boys getaway to New Zealand. Just be like, sorry, babe, you got to stay here. Rules and regulations say so. The Japanese sandals tour. Oh. Now we have to do a New Zealand bush trip on Flight Sim called the Japanese Sandals Tour. You'll probably find, David, that a lot of people's passports have expired. Except for possibly in America, where obviously... well, actually no, because you can, in America you can travel to Puerto Rico and all that without a passport. So yeah, you probably find that basically half the world has let their passports expire unless they have to travel for business purposes. Which is a shame, but it is what it is. I must ask, David, you mentioned in the previous stream that you joined me on that you would potentially be interested in starting your own YouTube channel and doing some flight sim streaming. How's that idea progressing, if at all? Amazon Day. Call me a boomer, but what is Amazon Day? I'm assuming it's like a Click Frenzy style thing or whatever, but for Amazon. Or like a Black Friday kind of thing. Oh, don't tell me that. I'm already trying. I'm trying to be so frugal on what I spend money on for the next month or two. I don't need to. I don't need to know that there's the opportunity to pick up PC and streaming related things for really cheap prices, because I will. You're going to pick up a capture card. Nice. If I could get a 3080 Ti for like a discounted price on Amazon Day, I'd be down. I wouldn't feel guilty about buying a GPU, but if I was to, you know, be tempted into a new microphone or a capture card or like a stream deck or something like that, something that I don't necessarily need at this point, yeah, I'd probably be a bit like, that was money I didn't need to spend. I could also really do with a green screen. So maybe that's something I can pick up from Amazon Day for a relatively normal price. $2,000. Bloody hell. For a graphics card. I remember we used to be able to build like monster gaming PCs for $2,000. $4,000. Oh, so you're running the same GPU as me then, David? Honestly, they're alright, but they're only as good as like a 2070. Far out. $4,000 for a graphics card. I could build a streaming specific PC and get a green screen and a capture card and a stream deck for that price. That's insane. And like the whole microphone and lighting setup for the cost of a graphics card. It just seems ridiculous. Oh. Yawn, yawn, yawn. Maybe I need to get up and walk around for a bit, seeing as I've been sitting here for an hour and a half streaming. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I am going to be right back. I'm going to get the blood flowing, top up on the water, help me survive the next hour or so without falling asleep midstream. Back in a sec. Is that Land Ahoy I see? I guess you could say, did Jamaica? Yes, I did. I did. Sorry, that was terrible. I wonder if I've got any Rastafarian or reggae music in this playlist. Probably not. To celebrate Jamaica. That's a no. You just hit land. Did it hurt? Had I been able to plan this stream a little bit more, you know, had the extra hour that I expected, you know, I could have sorted out a wig with dreadlocks. Actually, no, that probably would have been considered inappropriate. Something about, you know, making fun of the Jamaican culture and all that, which certainly would not have been the aim, but that is the society we live in. So never mind. I'm glad I didn't have time to organise. Don't know what I think of this song. It sounds like oh, it's over anyway. Okay. Yes, Shane in his pink wig. This will be a good stream. I still would like him to include a hot tub, and then you could call it the hot tub time stream. But you know, can't force him to do what he doesn't want to do. But I feel like a pink wig on the stream is an acceptable thing. I need to come up with something to do for the 100 subscriber celebration. No hot tub. I just got this vision of Shane playing Just Dance in a hot tub on Twitch. It was scary. I'm not gonna lie, it was... I'm not sure why my brain went there, but it did. Not sure I want to see him in a pink bikini. I think it's just because of all the talk and all that of that those hot tub streamers on Twitch, which all they literally do is play Just Dance in a bikini. Still have no idea why I associated you with that. It's kind of even made me go, what the? My brain goes places not even I thought was possible. Could I say Jamaican this weird? No, I probably shouldn't have said that actually. Oh, Drew. How you going, mate? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the chat. Look, I'll make this promise. At some point, and it ain't going to be for 100 subscribers, it probably won't even be for 1,000 subscribers. But at some point, I will do a celebratory stream. And I will be in a hot tub. You heard it here first. Now I can't back down on that. Yeah, I'm not bad, Drew. Not bad at all. Can't complain. A little bit tired, but, you know, surviving. How are you going? Up to mischief as usual? Even if you don't remember that, David, I've now said it on the internet. So I've kind of basically, you know, thrown myself under the bus. It would have to be summer so that I don't freeze me ass off. Is that acceptable to use that word on YouTube? I don't know what YouTube's word regulations are. They'd all be filled with cane toads and other exotic wildlife. Contrary to what you may believe or what you may have been told, Drew, it's not quite as crazy as you might think. For example, it has been many years, and I could count on one hand the number of times I have come across a snake. I mean, sure, kangaroos, wombats, koalas, all those things. Yeah, I see them on a weekly basis when I'm up at the other half's farm stay. But, yeah. Oh, and of course, the drop bears. Now, that's the one thing I would have to be concerned about with the hot tub, because they may think that I'm an American Just Dance Twitch streamer. I guess it depends where you go, David. Seeing as I spend most of my summers in a hot kitchen because it's the busiest time of the year, I guess I'm not exposed enough to the elements and the outdoors to see snakes. I don't know. Maybe I've just been lucky. Maybe I'm blind. I do wear glasses. Maybe it's a combination of all of the above. I guess it also depends on what side of Melbourne you live on, too. Because where I grew up as a kid on the southeast was already so developed, so much infrastructure that I guess there probably wasn't room for them left to live. If you were in a hot tub, you deserve to be attacked by drop bears. Thanks. Ah. Now I know. Yeah, okay. The brain's a bit slow tonight, Shane. I just clicked as to why you said you'd be watching the stream but lurking. Because you're doing your Friday update video. Of course. We have land. Very visible land. Music's a bit. This song's a bit slow. Well, at least I know what I'm going to watch when I land. It's going to be a Oz Float Simmer weekly update. Well, based on that piece of information then, Drew, when I do the hot tub stream, however long in the future that may be, you may have to come and attack me. Don't worry, I'll have bathers on. Another 1 to 2. You're going to stay up for another 1 to 2 hours? My God, David, you're insane. Completely insane. I've got to get up for a gym session at like 9 o'clock in the morning. Whose smart idea was that to say, oh yes, I'll attend that gym class 9 a.m. Saturday? Absolutely, sign me up. Somebody does have to. Speaking of drop bears, somebody maybe it's something I can convince Jason to do, is to do a paint scheme for the Air Mackie and the drop bears livery. Yes, it's... I mean, I guess, again, not to brag, but being a regional Victorian, gyms were only closed for 6 days or 7 days or whatever the full statewide lockdown was for. And, like, even last year when Melbourne was in 4 months of continuous, stage 4 lockdown with 5k radius, and regional wasn't, well, gyms were open. It's unfair on Melburnians, but it's nice. I know a lot of people during the pandemic ate too much, drank too much, and put on too much weight. I seemed to do the opposite, which is weird because I've never really been a gym junkie or exercise freak or whatever, but for some reason a pandemic changed that. We appear to have a airport up here. I'm pretty sure that might be Montego Bay. It is Montego Bay. Oh yeah, no, absolutely nothing wrong with a good change. It just, looking back on it, it surprises me that the time that I decided to make that change was the time that people were making the opposite decision to stay home and do nothing, and yeah. Oh, absolutely. 100%. Working out on a semi-regular-ish. The reason I say semi-regular-ish is because It's realistically, it's only 2 or 3 times a week. But just the effect it has on mental health. Crazy. Like, yeah. I never expected that. Which was probably a little bit short-sighted on my behalf, but without the rolling flicker. Yeah, I changed the light globes. For some reason I had 1500 lumen 15 watt LEDs, and I don't think the makeshift light switch, light socket, whatever things that the landlord had placed in this room could handle it. So I dropped the lumens and the wattage, and it's much nicer. It's nice to actually see some Caribbean land here that's got some elevation to it. Because so far it's just been Flatsville. Yeah, that's true, Drew. I mean, there's still LED globes. They're just better quality and lower power sucking, which I know LED globes are not power sucking anyway, but yeah, and it seems to have fixed the problem. So it comes back to the whole thing of, you know, you get what you pay for. A little bit of stuttering as we go over the airports still, which is a problem I've noticed, well, not since the update anyway. It's a problem I've noticed for a little bit of time now, and I think a few other streamers have had the same issue. I mean, obviously it's just related to loading in scenery, but would you be referring to something like this, Drew? I mean, I know it's not a Streamlabs bot, but it is a bot. Sim feels a bit better tonight than it has been. Sure. I mean, I honestly haven't been analysing it that much, and because we've been flying mostly over the water, it, you know, really hasn't been a performance difference as such. But now that we're over land, I must admit it is quite smooth. Yeah, I mean, so absolutely 100% there, Drew. I would love to set up a thing like a Bryce bot or whatever. That would be cool. And that's something that's definitely in the works. But for the moment, Nightbot does the job. Any room on the little plane that could. I mean, there's always room on the little plane that could for Mr. Zach. Welcome, Mr. Zach. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you like Minecraft and if you like racing game streams, this bloke's channel, it's your one-stop shop. And rumor is across YouTube that he's a bit of a legend as well, so yeah. How you going, Zach? Can you send our Prime Minister back, please? None of us are allowed to leave country, so why is he? But the aim, Drew, is to get the paid for Streamlabs soon, so that I can stream across 3 or 4 platforms in one go, and to obviously play with the bot and make a Bryce bot and make it do cool things. Scomo came back today. I hope he's doing 14 days of hotel quarantine. I mean, I don't hope that he's doing that, but he should be, technically. I just dropped that in the chat just in case nobody's joined the somebody in the chat has not joined the Discord yet, because that's where the flight plans for these flights get posted. That's where the general chat gets posted. That's where screenshots and stuff like that will be posted. And obviously, as I get into more games on the channel, and that is streaming them. I've already got a few videos, but streaming them, there will be more channels and stuff open. Shane's news is up. Okay, well, I don't think we're actually that far away from saying hello to Kingston. We're not. So, as soon as I land, Shane's news is the first port of call. I get the feeling you're probably being a little bit too harsh on yourself there, Shane, but we're all our worst critic. Similar thing, I guess, to when you asked me how my stream went in your stream earlier in the week, and I literally the first thing I said was that I probably became boring and quiet, and because I was tired and distracted, whereas both David and Brett said it was a fantastic stream. We're always going to be our worst critic. Imagine if we were in New Zealand. What, right now? Yeah. That'd be cool. Actually, it would probably be pretty cool, as in temperature-wise, too. The central part of Jamaica here looks very interesting. It seems to be like a mountain range or mountain ranges, but they're not very tall. It's just like little ripples and bumps and divots. Is Jamaica ribbed for their pleasure? Oh, sorry, I shouldn't be making myself laugh, but I just sort of went, why the hell did you just say that? I need to clip or short that. Use that to promote the channel. It's only taken six videos to come up with a good saying. I've tried many times with puns and dad jokes, and even I cringe. I feel like this is one of those songs that people in the clubs are doing the shuffles to. Showing my boomeriness there and calling it the shuffles. I think there's a little bit of boomer in all of us, especially us millennials who were raised by the boomers. Well, the last few years of the boomer generation anyway. I don't just remember seeing people do, if we're referring to like the Melbourne Shuffle, the craze of the mid 2000s here in Australia and Malaysia and all that, I don't just remember people doing it, I did it. There we go, there's a cringeworthy thing for you to imagine. I remember my afternoons after school watching people like Jack 30k upload his Melbourne Shuffle compilations on YouTube in like 240p or whatever they were. Ah, that's not a bad idea, David. That is not a bad idea. I'll have to... God, it's been a while since I've done it. I'll have to try and... I mean, I guess it's probably a bit like swimming and driving. Once you do it, you don't forget. Like riding a bike. That's the analogy, isn't it? It's like riding a bike. I don't know why yeah. Oh. Absolutely, Shane. That can be the 10,000 subscriber celebration. Shuffle in a hot tub. The reason I say 10,000 subs is because that's probably about 15 years away, so everybody will have forgotten that I said that. At least I hope that. Anyway. I see what you mean, though, when you said before, David, that the centre part here of the island of Jamaica is quite beautiful. It really is. Like, the way the trees and the grass is shaped, it's almost like a continuous golf course. I know it's not, but that's how it looks like from the air. Yeah, sorry. Let me try and do my best impression. Come on, Microsoft Flight Simulator. No, that's just Leighton Hewitt, you know. Come on! The Leighton Hewitt point. So I need to somehow, are you saying that I somehow need to include that in my streams? Maybe even through like an audio grab like what you've done to your streams. Obviously I don't want to have the same. And I obviously don't want to add it yet either, because it's just more things for me to play with. But yeah, I can see that being a thing. You really, you need to do some more merch based around, not necessarily your logo, Shane. You should do more based around some of your famous sayings. Like, I would 100% buy a t-shirt that said "Trimming like a legend" with a plane and a razor. 100%. Yes, I do agree with you, Drew, on that. However, once the initial, you know, oh my god, new title to Xbox, blah blah blah, etc. wears off, the ones who stay around, a good percentage of them will probably become quite interested in the simulator itself. So, in the long term, I hope and I think that it will be a good thing. But I get what you mean. You know, the small community is the community of flight simmers who, a lot of them have been here since FS9 or earlier. I'm pretty sure that you can do merch through Streamlabs. That's how Brett's got his set up. Yeah, drop your DAX with a plane lowering its landing gear and flaps and all that. You could even do a come on Microsoft Flight Simulator with a shot glass. Worthy Park Airstrip. Not landing there. So we are not worthy. We are not worthy. Yep, that's fair, Shane. Don't worry, all your first class lounge peeps, and probably your business class lounges as well. I would say we're keeping. What sentence am I trying to construct here? We're keeping a good. We're probably keeping a tally or keeping a good eye on your sayings and your. So you know, if you decide to do that in the future, trust me, you could come up with a killer merch line real quick. You know when the mouth starts moving before the brain starts processing, and you sort of get to that point where you go, "Where was I going with this?" How do you do a stream with 1,800 people in the chat? That's nuts. How'd you keep up? And I'm sure the worst thing would have been about having those 1,800 people in the stream is because of the hype of the new sim, would have just been people going, where can I get it? When can I get it? Does it do this? Does it do that? Does it have this? Does it have that? Can you do this? Can you fly here? Etc, etc, etc. And it would have probably driven anybody up the bloody wall. Look, I heard a rumour. I don't know if I'm allowed to divulge, but I'm going to do it anyway because this is a safe space with just 4 people. 27th of July. You heard it here first, folks. You heard it here first. Breaking news. Microsoft Flight Simulator is coming to Xbox on the 27th of July. DirectX 12, DirectX 12, or according to other people, DirectX or Directs 12. I have no idea. I'm assuming it's coming with Xbox, but I actually have no idea. Doesn't really seem fair, does it, Shane, that even when you're not on your streams, we're still here roasting you about the way you pronounce certain things. Oh, we're actually a lot closer to the aeroporto than I expected. Pretty sure Big Jack's at the airport, as usual, leading from the front. I mean, they have been saying it's coming out with Xbox, but then I'm pretty sure at the release announcement at E3, they didn't say anything much about it, but I'm honestly not sure. Alright, let's bring this thing in. Wow, 17 knot headwind. And a bit of hardstyle music as well to land to. This is not Russian techno, this is like the shit that people with the Melbourne Shuffle would dance to. And I'm gonna change it because it doesn't really suit landing an aircraft. That scenery off to the left there of the airport is pretty insane. I'd be interested to know whether those mountains actually ever get snow on them. I mean, they probably don't because this is Jamaica, but ooh, I am quite high on this approach. And just because I'm in Jamaica, you can't take that literally. That's what that bar is for. If that's aimed at me, I have no clue. If it's not aimed at me, don't worry about it. All good. I'm half focused on landing an aircraft. You were lucky on fuel. Yeah, I've used like 60% of a full tank. I think I was fanging it a bit too hard. Alright, let's get this nose up a bit, get some speed down, get some flaps in. And go for a almost sterile cockpit for the next 3 nautical miles. So I can produce some olive oil spread. Getting some stuttering. I'd rather not at this point. Yeah, but I can't use butter because that's ooh, getting a little bit buffeted around. I can't use butter. That's Shane's thing. So I'm gonna olive oil spread this. Plus, it's good for cholesterol. There we go. That's something I can put on some merch. Just some Aussie Gamer landings. Good for your cholesterol. I've gone from being way too high to way too low. Oh my god, I'm less than 100 feet off the ground. Pull your pants up, you are too low. Well, I feel like I certainly lowered the cholesterol levels on that one. I may have increased the blood pressure with how low I came in, but oh, now I've got a taxi to the GA and I don't even know where it is, which is always good. Is that oh my god. English, Bryce. Do you speak it? Is that control tower floating? Or I've already got into some of the Jamaican goodies. Seeing things. Whoever's driving that fuel truck looks like they're in a race. Oh, I think I see the GA area. I think I turned a little bit too early, but you know. Not a problem, Shane. Enjoy your sleep or lack thereof. And I will see you either tomorrow in your stream or tomorrow in my stream or whatever. Have a good one, mate. See you later, Drew. Thanks for dropping by. Much appreciated. Good surprise. Feel free to come and fly along sometime with us. We're heading the island hopping stage now, so there's going to be a lot of things to see, a lot of places to land. Anyway, mate, have a good one. Just going to park near this bus, pretend that it's my ride out. Alright, parking brake on. Turn the off. Oh, I shouldn't. I've had the fuel pump on the whole time. Fantastic. That's good. Not good. Turn that to that. Switch that to that. Continue. And we have stoppage. Whoop, didn't bring the flaps up. Bringing the flaps up. Oh, David's, yeah, West USA server. Well, that brings us to the end of leg 6 and to Jamaica. So, did we get here or not? I guess... English is not my strong point at this time of the morning. Did Jamaica? Yes, we did. Was what I was trying to say. Anyway, huge thanks to Big Jack, the famous burger man, for leading the way on this flight and for flying along. And a huge thanks to the rest of yous for chilling out in the chat and just having a general good time. It's been mad. I'll endeavour to put the next flight plan into the Discord and be a little bit more organised for tomorrow night's stream. Speaking of which, there will be a stream tomorrow night. Again, start time comes down to a question of when I finish work. It'll probably be somewhere around that 11 PM, which is unfortunate for the Aussies, but yeah. Anyway, I think that's enough of me talking shit, and I need some sleep because the mouth and the brain are no longer connected. So until next time, I'll catch yous. I'll see yous around.